Mothers get a treat ahead on Mother's Day. Empowering young women to transform lives. And handmade gold crusher finished after 3 years.
This is National EMTV News with Meriba Tulo.
A very good evening. Thank you for joining us for Sunday's news and happy Mother's Day. It was indeed a happy Mother's Day today. Mothers at the Port Moresby General Hospital's maternity ward were presented with more goodie bags by a group called Zumba for a Cause, made up of Filipinos and a few nationals to honor Mother's Day today.
Observed worldwide on the second Sunday of May to commemorate the title Mother is Mother's Day. For the mothers at the Port Moresby maternity ward, it was more than what the staff know the mothers who had just had babies expected today.
We had our Zumba fundraising last May 4, last Saturday at the Filipino Club Association. And from the funds that we had raised from there and the support of the sponsors and the donations, we put them all together to buy all the goods, as you can see at the back. It's 150 hampers altogether with 200 lunch pack food and drinks. We have chosen maternity ward as the benefit of the Mother's Day gift giving because that is the essence of being a mother. Being a mother, the sweetness of giving birth. So the beneficiary here is a maternity ward at the Pomgen Hospital.
The Zumba for a Cause group walked into the maternity and labor ward with up to 150 gift hampers and 200 lunch packs, and there was still more than enough to go around to postnatal and the nurseries. The hampers were packed inside colorful baby bathtubs with diapers, baby powders and nappies, to name a few.
The mothers were really excited. They had smiles on their face, and this group of mothers who came to have their babies at this time, on this day, the very lucky mothers with their babies, because yesterday the Susu Mamas came around and today is the Zumba group, so they are going with a lot of gifts. I'd like to say thank you to the Zumba group for making this day very special for the mothers, and they didn't forget the staffs as well. This is the first time the Zumba group is here to give these gift hampers and lunch to the patients. We're really happy and really appreciate that, and we look forward for the future and years to come, that they will also come and continue to support our mothers.
Cameras were not allowed in the ward, so the assistant nurse manager for the maternity ward described the excitement the mothers had when they were hand-delivered their hampers.
Yeah, I hope and with my group here, they will support again next year, because without them and all the donors and sponsors, this is not gonna happen. So I'm very grateful and thankful for my group and all the donors and sponsors. Oh yeah, it's a Cherished Lady at Vision City Mall, Too Fast Motors, Trade Winds, Q&Q Catering, and Sweet, what's the name of the catering? The other one?
Sweet catering.
Oh, the other one is,
E-Sweet.
Oh, the other catering service is E-Sweet. Yeah, quick and quality catering and E-Sweet catering. Yeah, they also had donated 200 lunch packs of these, with the drinks for the mothers today. And
with this being the first time the group has done a donation like this, they were thankful to the sponsors and donors who have helped in cash and kind to get the hampers ready to be handed out to the mothers on Mother's Day. Annette Cora, National EMTV News.
Also in celebration of Mother's Day today, Kenny Trans Services, a taxi operator in the city, today provided 2-hour free taxi services for women and girls. This is part of their community service and continuous support of UN Women and Sun Up One Time campaign during this Mother's Day. Managing Director of Trans Service, Wek Kewa, said that everyone needs to play a part to look after the city and thanked all his drivers for their continuous support. The pick-up and drop-off within these 2 hours from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock was free. UN Women thanked Kenny Trans Services for the support in the campaign to make the city safe for women and girls.
taxi service. People like celebrating Mother's Day one time. Mama, you may long NCDC, especially NCDC. People like provide him 2 free hours service. Give him 2 hours free. Make him time or like make him some like little run blong all or work little shopping blong all. People like any taxi. People like make him available 2 hours free for our mothers and girls in the city. So here in and out, we always get the trends will be there. You people don't take him now, not tomorrow by no God. Every years to come, 2 hours free for our mothers in the city.
Caritas Technical Secondary School today held its open house and technical day with the theme Empowering Women to Transform Lives. The day focused on showcasing technical skills the students have learnt in school. Education First Assistant Secretary Andrew Angobe, in his keynote address, encouraged students to make use of their skills, knowledge and talent to help transform their lives.
The Open House and Technical Day is an event held annually at Caritas Technical Secondary School for the students to showcase what they learned in class. Today marks the 24th year since the show started. Different skills of art, cooking, fashion, IT and computing and agriculture were displayed in the show. The school's dance club, sewing club and choir club presented items to entertain parents, guardians and invited guests. The school director said the show aims to encourage students, create innovative ideas to help transform their lives.
You students, you are the future of this country. I'm sure that you can contribute a lot to the building of this nation in the future.
The Caritas Technical Secondary School is an all-girls school that offers both technical or TVET courses together with academic courses for students. And over the years, the school tries to improve students' learning through various school activities the school hosts. First Assistant Secretary for Education Andrew Angobe says the technical day can be used as a marketing tool for students to possible employers.
We will witness the display of artwork and projects through creativity and talent from a vibrant young woman. This is a proud moment for you. Most importantly, it's a proud moment for students to show the public your worth.
According to the First Assistant Secretary, the school has been providing many good results through its various academic and technical programs over the years. He said students who do not go on to tertiary institution get direct employment through the school's TVET and technical programs. He also promised the department's support for the school.
The Department of Education is supportive and is appreciative of permitted schools such as Caritas, and that support will continue. The government's one-off payment of TFF, tuition fee free, fund to permitted schools will continue.
Parent-Teacher Association Executive President Eric Kusunan thanked all partners for their continuous support for the school. He encouraged the students to make use of the technical skills they learned, to be creative and innovative, to see them prosper.
That they will be responsible and accountable for making calculated choices and decisions for a better future. The skills they learn, I believe, will contribute to a meaningful life in any setting, and they can make a difference.
Rayon Lakingu National, EMTV News.
The Kokoda Track Authority has been faced with a lot of issues and challenges because there are no standard guidelines and policies to guide its operations. KTA Interim Chief Executive Officer Julius Wargirai made this statement when launching an education scholarship program for students of Kokoda. He said all entities are required by law to operate under set guidelines for accountability and transparency purposes. The interim CEO plans to develop better policies and guidelines for the authority.
At the moment, you got plenty problem, plenty blockage. Why? Because you got standard guideline law, but you be behind him. One year the kirab na like blongen, people like KTA go na address him like blomipla. you know, got standard way long looking will heavy blame me. So me must work lo desla, now me apply must come up. One them desla policy guidelines in order for us to operate in a more accountable, transparent manner.
You're tuned into National EMTV News. Still ahead, a homemade gold crusher and Southern Highlands major tourism promotion drive. Stay tuned for the details. Welcome back to the news. A man from Enga province has finally finished his homemade gold crusher in Mount Hagen. Joe Tomarop took almost 3 years to complete the crusher at a cost of 1 million kina. The crusher is ready to be transported to Kompiam district in Enga province for an alluvial mine in his village.
Mr. Joe Tomarop started building the crusher when he was challenged by the Mineral Resources Authority to have capacity before acquiring a mining license for the alluvial mine in his mother's village in Kompiam, Enga province.
One bla pasi kamlo me too mino got capacity. Now also na milagim emarena papunigini look him that all papunigini we can do it. That's the difference. So now I'm not finish him now. Now me wait long license for me stop.
Mr. Tomarop, who is a local businessman, says he used his resources to build the machines to prove to MRA that local Papua New Guineans can own mining and export licenses. Joe Tomarop, who is an alluvial miner until year 2014, when he found out that there is alluvial gold at his mother's place from the Kuralin tribe in Kompiam, Enga province. With agreements from his uncles, Mr. Tomarop took the initiative and brought the warden hearing to Kompiam. Before the warden hearing is heard, Tomarop said they followed all the procedures from MRA.
Nine clan inside lo desla Porelin tribe lo desla mountain lo upside there. So me bla make him go na. Come me bla bin kissing warden's hearing come and up. I think one bla time me bla come me bla boom. Warden's hearing give him okay me bla salim.
Mr. Tomarop said the crusher was designed and built by local knowledge with the help of his Australian friend who guided the locals to complete building the gold crusher.
Alluvial gold asole. Imino karim kam lo China or one blab lo Europe or Australia something. This la machine locally built. One legally something also more pipes na. It's like an pampia no got lo PNG so mi black sim lo Australia na karim kam.
According to MRA, the alluvial gold mine from Penning alone can bring 300 million kina into the country. However, Mr. Tomarop has gone steps ahead in building crusher and machines to triple the money that can be made from Penning.
But me plan nationally yet me no thing one play make him come no this like capacity me be got thing lo make him because I'm hard to invest in money where you know sabe whether kage stable ground or no got coffee you sabe season is good. At times our season is good, the soil is good. Then you plant him coffee, you know the market is there. This like me got market, but to study them at so I took a gamble.
Tomarop is now waiting for MRA to grant him and his tribesmen their license to operate the alluvial mine. He said they do not want to operate it illegally as there will be risks involved.
I've been applied since 2015. He coming up now. I want him something, but all him stop yet.
Vasinata Yama, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen.
Transparency International PNG says it is vital that community groups and civil society organizations, or CSOs, work closely with the state. This is to ensure that the government is more open and accessible to the people to ensure quality service delivery. As part of its role as CSO co-chair of the Open Government Partnership in PNG, TI-PNG coordinated a CSO update meeting earlier this week. The meeting was attended by representatives from The Voice, Oxfam PNG, the Goroka District Office and the PNG Forest Certification. They offered suggestions on how best to implement PNG's National Action Plan 2018 to 2020. A suggestion was to strengthen CSO ties with the LLGs and district offices in provinces to ensure that all citizens have access to information. This meeting follows a similar meeting in December 2018. Moving on, Southern Highlands Province has just launched a major tourism promotion drive in partnership with the PNG Tourism Promotion Authority. During the official launch, PNG TPA CEO Jerry Agus urged the people of Southern Highlands to tell their positive stories to Papua New Guinea and the rest of the world.
The Southern Highlands Provincial Administration and Government, in partnership with the PNG Tourism Promotion Authority, are working to improve the tourism potential of the province. The first step of this journey was a 2-day tourism workshop attended by more than 50 guest house operators, tourism product owners, and others.
All plenty line come no training. They are very good people. Also, only got plenty experience now. Only got products, bloody stuff, tourism product stuff. But all salim lo way. All because salim lo way. Because no got money come lo here lo buy him this blow something. So today, by you mean by launching this blah activity blow you mean creating awareness now, you mean strong in this tourism industry inside of Southern Islands now, you mean give him opportunity long all, showcase him talent long all. You mean give him opportunity long all, sell him this tourism products long all.
Mr. Agus urged the people of Southern Highlands to tell their positive stories. Its image has taken battering since the 2017 elections and also during the burning down of an aircraft and the government buildings last year.
We create a negative image perception about province, now provincial headquarters for you me. Now start, you must work one time so that positive stories block la place must go out.
Mr. Agus said PNG gets almost 200,000 tourists every year as compared to other Pacific Island countries that get almost 1 million tourists annually.
Plenty time, you miss a thing also. This la province or this la headquarters, good la or no good, ogata something stablo handlo member, ogata something stablo handlo governor, no god, ogata something. Whether you mean like Salem, Southern Islands, na Mendigo or rubbish bin, or whether you mean like Simna, put him lo good lab, power, stablo handlo, you mean all ordinary people of Southern Islands.
Through this promotion drive, the Mendi Cultural Show will make its comeback. Lilian Sopera-Kinea, National EMTV News.
And during the launch of the Southern Highlands Tourism Drive, PNG TPA CEO Jerry Agus explained to the people the importance of tourism for the country's economy. He also explained that there are local tourists and international tourists. He urged the people to not just concentrate on international tourists, but to treat both the same with respect.
And we got oil and gas, copper, gold, forestry, fisheries now nara plus sectors. But one plus something, you all people of PNG, you must understand. And these all sectors now you may depend logen. Now when government of Papua New Guinea depend logen. And we got finish logen. Time we go down, budget lo you must depend on some sectors. So that's why you must develop in tourism sector. Tourism industry, you know, mining, some sectors where Papa Grand Solk money na you may get spectator stuff. No what. Tourism, you can come up different players, like chain of tourism industry. Now you will benefit.
About 300 students of Porabada Primary School in grades 7 and 8 participated in the Healthy Teen School program last week. The HTSP is a school-based cancer education and awareness program that focuses on empowering teenagers to make healthy lifestyle choices as a way to reduce their risk of getting cancer in the future. The program is conducted by PNG Cancer Foundation health educators and comprises of a workshop that educates on what cancer is and ways to reduce the risk of getting some types of cancer. Foundation Executive Manager Priscilla Napoleon said students have to be empowered knowledge to make personal healthy lifestyle choices. The HTS program will continue throughout the remainder of the year to cover Papa and Lealea villages in Central Province. You're with Sunday's news. When we come back, a closer look, we go to the autonomous region of Bougainville and look at Bougainville's involvement with its youth population. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the news. The people of the autonomous region of Bougainville are looking forward to the Bougainville referendum, which is fast approaching. For them, being aware of what the referendum is and how to go about in voting is vital information. We now take a closer look at Bougainville's involvement of the youth population to drive awareness, to educate and inform the general populace so that they can be referendum ready. Florence Jonduo with tonight's A Closer Look.
The United Nations Population Fund, or UNFPA, in partnership with the autonomous Bougainville government's Community Development Department, are working in close partnership in carrying out various trainings for youth to support social cohesion and peace-building efforts in the referendum process. The Gender or Youth Promotion Initiative, or GYPI, sees the involvement of the youth population of the region to be more engaged and participate in the referendum process. Trainings such as the self-management clinic, conflict resolution, referendum awareness, and referendum drama trainings have been conducted to equip youth with the skills and knowledge necessary for conducting awareness on the region's referendum preparations. The self-management clinic focuses on clinical support, addressing the needs of traumatized youth within the post-conflict environment of Bougainville in preparations for the referendum and post-referendum period, whilst the conflict resolution trainings focus on training the youth on leadership, peace building, and problem solving within their communities.
This particular 5-day training is for the youth for the 3 regions in Bougainville. So what they're covering is some basic structure around what happens in a cycle of violence and what's required in terms of steps to be able to effectively resolve differences and conflict that they may encounter from time to time. Added to that is a leadership component that talks about the personal leadership that's required, and also the personal change that's required to be able to have peace in their communities.
Mi look at some leadership role in isilo play so this la training where me blow closing down long my youth. I think by shaping me plan and molding me plan towards the future blow me plan because me blow go through the one black kind when I'm a referendum when I'm walk locam me plan you too me plan need to play one black kind role inside way.
Workshop ya lo constituency blow me plan me one plan me ritual been attended this la. So, me looking more same. Sas all narapla ikamel by kisim. Suppose all narapla bin come at this la workshop ya. Lompla lo line lo place them by helpful straight lo. So solving one kind problem is a come up lo community or family lo place.
Me looking more same. Suppose this is self-management. Even campus. Na referendum. And we can come close to. I think me pity more same. And we put plan on this training. It must go past them or get through.
The referendum awareness and referendum drama trainings were aimed at involving the youth in establishing informed youth referendum teams in each region and districts of Bougainville so they can drive the awareness activities through house-to-house outreach activities, ensuring that each district has the same message passed through uniform drama plays.
All this youth me play training more come all different association. Alino come lo same hub. So what all by making time me training all lo side lo all drama ya all by go na go teach him all group members belong all inside lo display association only come long na.
Using drama to drive referendum awareness is seen as a very effective way to address questions people at the village level might have.
Big plus something inside lo drama. Kana some plantis something talk inside lo drama ya mol line who sati eligible lo bota display all eligible voters like you got all line who sat can vote inside lo time lo referendum. some referendum normal election kind of one kind of some all normal elections come up, but bali vote solo 2 plus something greater autonomy or independence, and this plus something we play like show mola we play like show mol man or some referendum by local shaman.
After mi pla wokim awareness na pian pa mi pla wokim disla kain drama mi pla pin line him so online or illiterate or uneducated or by easily lo kisimane something mi wok lo talking mol.
Sa mi eto mi na sabe long wanem emi Bougainville peace agreement na wanem emi autonomy so long mi et mi no kemasem ami bin halbi mi go through long sawe mo long BPA Bougainville peace agreement
backlog place where majority of long lo stop out iko inland majority of long lo inland further out and plenty long only no clear to mas one time this la information lo referendum na process belongan so one time this la drama and me la by go out na time me la go out lo miat me looking mosem one time drama one na all narapla lot four narapla tripla trainings me play kisi me play combine one time make a big impact.
One of the foremost reasons for youth participation in the referendum preparations is that youth make up about 60% of Bougainville's population, and their participation in the referendum readiness is believed to have tremendous socio-political impacts on Bougainville. The referendum outcome will determine their future as Bougainvillians.
Participation of youths, me looking more same. Time me go through lo. All up me plaglo conducting molisla outreach all plenty youths only got interest because all you looking this last struggle we me plakam lo ngem okay then all you sabe now lo this la present situation me plago got now o same by me or this reason why me pla by ready lo sila referendum
good plus retolo woklo engage mo youths lo make him awareness about referendum because inside lo Bougainville, 60% lo population lo Bougainville mo youths. And emi best lo youths all bakarimo sila awareness na go bring him inside lo communities because plenty mo youths all stop inside lo communities. Now previous elections, plenty lo youths all no been vote. All to call no got name lo common role update or lo book we got a list long ema. So now we mating good plan lo youths yet go inside lo communities na running out awareness lo youths inside because all by bring him go down lo level where people inside lo community even all youths all by understanding one something all by one message all by gonna bring him inside lo community.
You're with National EMTV News. Stay tuned. We take a look at some sporting action up next in Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. 13 clubs representing each electorate in the Motu-Koita district have come together to compete in the Motu-Koita Super League tournament. The tournament kicked off yesterday in Pari with many teams showing competitiveness in the first day of competition.
The competition has seen many teams showcase their talent in just the first day. Even former hooker of the SPPNG Hunters, Gahuna Silas, and a few Central Dabaris players are taking part.
Central Dabari players, John Stanley, and also Copper Rex, featuring in these games, and the level of the competition is pretty much at digital or any other like intercity comps level.
A few teams have stood out in just the first day of the tournament, showing promising signs.
The team from Kira Kira and Mahuru, it's a mixed team. They've performed tremendously well today.
The level of competition has increased compared to past years. The Motukoita Super League competition will run for the next 4 months. The end of the tournament will also coincide with the Hiri Moale Festival, where they plan on selecting a Motukoitabu team to take on a team from Australia.
We are planning also to have a select side of a Motukoita team up against one of our sister cities in Aussie, that's Cairns, to play and feature in the Hiri Moale Festival also.
People living around the Motukoitabu area have been asked to show support for the teams throughout the duration of the games.
Have been scheduled to alter the teams, the games from between Parry and Baruni. And all Motukoitas to come and support the teams.
Elijah Levet, National EMTV Sports.
The football and Hekari United FC team manager Voni Kapinato says they will be hoping to make the Club World Cup. Hekari first qualified for the FIFA Club World Cup in 2010 after winning the OFC Champions League competition. Voni Kapinato says with the right management and discipline, they can win the National Soccer League and the OFC Champions League and attend the FIFA Club World Cup again.
If I have the right players, good management, we can drive it through. To me, when I set something that I want to achieve, it has to start from us, the management, to show to the players before the players, and we carry on. Honestly, I always believe that one day I will take PNG again to the FIFA Club World Cup. Lord willing, with a good management, with a good players. If you see the bunch of boys that we have now, we have unbelievable players. I can do it. We can play a part. It's only the players to drive. If they follow, me not think him impossible. We can still do the same.
Trukai Sports continues with more after these messages. Stay tuned.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome back to Trukai Sports. To Super Rugby now, and the Auckland Blues blew their chance to close in on the top 8 against the Hurricanes. Although they dominated most of the game, they just couldn't score a try.
If the Hurricanes are Super Rugby's thieves in the night, the Blues are the team used to having their home invaded. Once again, the opportunistic Canes stole victory.
We're disappointed. I felt the team played really well tonight.
They'll be probably disappointed that they weren't a bit more clinical, but you know, you're right, we had to show a fair bit of ticker.
The Blues dominated territory and possession and grabbed an early try.
That is a genta Sammy knock.
But after that, the Hurricanes desperately held off wave after wave of attack, then pilfered the ball and took the lead. The Blues camped in the opposition 22, but consistently dropped the ball. Hurricanes prop Jeff Tumaga Allen was yellow carded for his team's mounting infringements, yet the Blues turned down 3 points for unsuccessful cracks at the line.
What's the thinking there? Oh, look, we felt like we were mounting pressure. We had a period there, I think we were counting 7 penalties in a row, you know, and we just felt we just wanted to make sure we were twisting a knock.
It played into the Hurricanes' hands.
From a game management point of view, we're happy to kick the ball and let them play to feed our defence.
So while the Canes consolidated second place with a 22-12 win, the Blues had deja vu.
We were on for long periods of the game, and that's positive, but you look at the scoreboard at the end, and we don't see the rewards there.
The league-leading Crusaders saw plenty though. Richie Moanga's return helped inspire a turnaround from their draw with the Sharks. He grabbed a double, and Severie scored 3 tries in a 45-13 win.
We wanted to push ourselves and play at a pace. You know, credit to the boys, they worked hard to get into position to play and you know, were able to execute.
The only downside is a cut to Joe Moody's leg, but he hasn't been ruled out of playing the Stormers next week.
And in football, fans of Tottenham, Liverpool, Chelsea and Arsenal are naturally thrilled to see their teams make it through to Europe's 2 major football finals. But there is a downside to their success. Supporters have accused the governing body, UEFA, of cashing in as they prepare to travel thousands of kilometres for tickets with overinflated prices.
It's Hazard, it's Chelsea in the Europa League final.
Eden Hazard's penalty completed the Premier League's domination of European football's two major competitions. In a week that had seen a Liverpool comeback that will go down in folklore, and a Spurs revival that reduced grown men to tears, what could possibly dampen the spirits? Well, UEFA can. Miserly with final tickets and sending these jubilant Arsenal fans and their Chelsea counterparts on a marathon journey even their rivals say makes no sense.
Going to Baku in a European League final, that's really funny. I think obviously these guys who make the decisions, I don't know what they have for breakfast, really.
Liverpool and Spurs fans face their own battle just getting to Madrid, with the teams making a joint complaint protesting price hikes of up to 840% just to fly to Spain. But for Chelsea and Arsenal fans, it's much worse. Despite their own stadiums being only 8 miles apart, supporters will have to travel nearly 3,000 miles to Baku in Azerbaijan to support their team in the final.
So the driving route, which I don't think many people are going to take, is coming this way through Central Europe and through a war zone in the Donbass region of Ukraine.
Lifelong Gooner Tony Fu has studied every possibility.
Even the train along that route takes 3 or 4 nights to get there.
UEFA has replied to criticism, effectively saying they didn't think there'd be demand to go to such a difficult, distant location. Not for the first time the governing body appears out of touch with its roots.
And that story ends Trukai Sports for this evening. Up next, the weather details for the next 24 hours. Stay tuned.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Money Plus. With you always.
I'll look at the weather forecast for the next 24 hours in the southern region. Port Moresby and Poponeta, fine over the next 24 hours. Rain and showers expected in Daru. Cloudy weather and some showers in Kerma. Fine becoming cloudy for Alotau. To the Momase region, cloudy weather expected in Leh and Wau. Some rain and showers in Madang with a top of 31 degrees. 31 degrees as well. And fine in Wewak, fine becoming cloudy for Vanimo. To the New Guinea Islands region, fine becoming cloudy for Lorengau, rain and showers expected in Kavieng, Kokopo and Rabaul, partly cloudy in Kimbe and mostly fine in Buka. And in the Highlands region, Mount Hagen, Goroka, Kundiawa, Mendi and Wabeg, all these major centres can expect fog in the morning, then fine weather later on in the day. A look at the forecast for small ships, but first there is a renewal of a strong wind warning for all coastal waters. Strong southeasterly tending clockwise to northwesterly winds of 25 to 34 knots and gusts to 48 knots are expected to persist for the next 24 hours, causing rough seas and high sea swells. All small craft and boats are advised to take the necessary precautions before and after going out to sea. A look at the forecast for small ships for the next 24 hours. Waters of southern PNG Indonesian border through Torres Strait and Daru to Kiwai Island, to Kerma to Yule Island, to Hood Point, Aroma Coast to Samurai Island, seas 2.5 to 3 meters. Waters of eastern and western Milne Bay Island, seas 2 to 2.5 meters. Waters of Samurai Island to Cape Vogel to Finchafen, with waters of Long Island to Medang, Bogia, Wewak, Aitape, Vanimo and the northern PNG Indonesian border, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of Finchafen through Vitas and Dampier Strait to Seasi Island to Long Island, and waters of Manus in its western group of islands, with waters of New Island to New Britain and Bougainville, sea 0.5 to 1.5 meters. And a look at the ocean forecast for PNG areas. Coral Sea, seas rough to high seas with southeast to southwesterly winds at 25 to 34 knots with gusts of up to 48 knots. Solomon Sea, seas light with southwest to northwesterly winds at 10 to 15 knots. Bismarck Sea, seas light to moderate with west to northwesterly winds at 10 to 20 knots. And the Pacific Ocean sees slight with southwest to westerly winds at 10 to 15 knots.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Money Plus. With you always.
And that has been the news, sports and weather for today, Sunday, the 12th of May 2019. On behalf of the entire EMTV News team, happy Mother's Day to all you special mothers. Pleasant viewing. Have a safe working week ahead. Good night.